and welcome to the after the credits spoilers on
The Replacements.
Yep.
Alright. So, what did we think of the book?
It was a bit of a letdown for me. I mean, I was really excited to read it, and I enjoyed it, but I guess I went into it hoping for something more and something kind of different. And you?
Well, you read it first, so you kind of gave me a heads up. So that was good, and I liked it. I did. I thought it broke a lot of stereotypes that finally needed to be broken. But I admit there were some parts of it that didn't live up to what could have made it perfect.
So like, I had been wanting to read this for a while, and every time we would go into like the bookstore, I would be looking at the cover because, you know, the cover is just so freaking amazing. And it was just so interesting, and like there's like a Hamlet joke on the front, you know. Something's rotten beneath the town of Gentry. And like, as we mentioned in the review, that there's a new cover, the paperback or the trade paperback cover, which has like a shirtless dude, and it's blue,
it's sad and depressing and everything that's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we liked it, but the author has a bit of a way to go. She did come out with a new novel, just came out. It's called Between
The Space Between.
Yes.
And in our copy there is like a teaser.
A sneak peek.
And from reading the sneak peek, her writing style has like
upped itself
like 10 times compared to the Replacements. So like there is like a visual or visible, or you know what I mean, change in her writing style.
And it's good. It's a change for the better.
And it's an interesting topic.
Yeah, the subject matter is something that we're very interested in. It looks to be fascinating and nothing that we've found recently anyways. So it'll be good. We're looking forward to that, and we'll probably review that sometime in the near future.
Definitely.
But anyway, so let's get into our major interesting points about the book. So Mackie is your typical emo kid, kind of, sort of. But he's actually bearable. He's not that bad. He gets over it. It's great.
He has his whiny moments, and his poor best friend. I mean, that dude gets cock-blocked on like a regular basis. I was so mad. I was sitting there and I was reading it, and you know, they're at the party and he's sitting there talking that girl up, and Mackie comes up to him being like, oh, we have to leave right now. And Roswell, you know, he normal human reaction. Dude, chick.
Leave, why? I mean, I can see you look a little.
Yeah, but can you give me 5 minutes, dude? 5 minutes. Let me get to at least second base. Second base! No. Roswell goes, just like, you know what? That's it. See ya. Good night, everybody. Doesn't matter that we just got here and I just sat down and see ya.
And that was that episode was because of Mackie's stupidity, because, oh, girl has tongue ring, iron, bad.
And it mentioned, like, when we meet the girl right at the beginning, she has a tongue ring. You would think Mackie would be smart enough to be like...
He actually goes, girl with tongue ring, I can't actually make out with her. But he gets to the party, and he's like, I need to kiss this girl.
I need to do it right
Even though kiss equals anaphylactic shock. And he does it anyways.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
Do you think that means something? Do you think it's a symbol for something?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just
wondering. At least we know his penis is working.
Yeah.
So our other characters are Tate.
Oh yeah, the love interest, love interest.
She's kind of cool. I really like her.
She was one of the more well-rounded characters in the book.
And I loved the ending where she faces down the cutter and Mackie tries. I think Roswell gets in there and helps him out, but Tate goes in there.
Fucking crowbar. Oh.
Tate goes in there and takes a crowbar to a knife fight.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're bleeping software. We will use it this time.
Okay.
Breathe.
Good. Brings a crowbar. but
to a knife fight,
and the cutter backs off.
She does. Yeah,
It's
he
just
does.
Okay.
It was a you win moment. I give up, no more. And the lady's like, no, get in there.
He's like, see you guys. Peace.
So it was great. I liked her a lot. She was not your typical heroine. And
Yeah.
what about that scene with Alice?
Oh, where she beats her face in?
Well, okay, she doesn't beat her face in, but she beats her up pretty bad. Which was interesting. I mean, how often do you get to see the hot chick just
Get it?
Yeah, pounded in a non-sexual way.
I'm just like treading on eggshells right now.
It's okay. Back on topic. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And I mean, Alice was pretty useless anyways, so...
It was one of those where, you know, you meet Alice and you know she's the popular girl and you're like, oh, this is the girl he wants. But then it's like, oh, this is Tate. And you're like, yep, that's the one he's going to end up with.
And it's a good thing. It's a happy thing. And Alice, well, she didn't exactly get what she deserved. She was kind of a jerk. But, you know...
Compared to some of the other villains and, you know, like the lady, she's not too bad.
No,
she's just teen.
Yeah. She's your regular teen.
Oh, we have better tween teen drama queens coming up, guys. She's like...
She's nothing. We are really talking in sync. Anyways, so Tate hits her real good, and that was pretty cool. We thought that was interesting, but Tate's an interesting character. She had this one moment that actually just blew my mind because it was the writing. It wasn't actually her character, but basically, let me see if I can find it in this book, because it was just a moment that blew my mind.
Are we talking about when to make sure he's normal?
Yes. Alright, 176. Alright. So, should I read this out?
Yeah, go for it. You're not going to be happy unless you do it.
Alright. So, she leaned down and I could taste her chapstick, smell iron and shampoo, and under it, that crisp, clean smell. We lay in the grass beside the cemetery fence, kissing and shivering. Her teeth started to chatter and I pulled her against me, which made me feel like a superhero for no apparent reason.
That's cute.
It is cute. She was clinging to the collar of my jacket like I'd just done something outstanding. She put her hand on my chest, moving her fingers so that I got chills all over. I pulled her closer, holding her so her head was tucked under my chin. I'm not normal, Tate. I know. Her hand was working its way under my shirt, then touching my skin, sliding over my chest and my stomach, down into my jeans. Does this feel good? I closed my eyes and nodded. You're normal enough. So she checks to see if he's normal. Her definition of normal, let me get this straight, is his penis working.
Oh Lord, here we go.
So he is normal because his penis works.
How far are you going to take this?
I don't know, but it just gets me. Like, really? That is all that has to be normal about you. That just gets you into a world of bad situations. And if we applied this to other books, it would go very badly. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. He's normal because his penis works.
Okay. Moving on out of the awkward territory of teens and sex and drugs and rock and roll and stuff. Where was I gonna go with this?
You said rock and roll, and that makes me think of the band.
Yeah, well, the band. Her idea that this book is based off of, the whole belief in love, that's been done before. And, you know, it's a really interesting concept. Like, the first time I came across it was in Neil Gaiman's American Gods, where, like, magical deities and creatures thrive off of belief. Like, if we were to stop believing in them, they'd
Disappear.
wither up, die, disappear, melt. So it's
a concept that's been done before?
but not often enough, I don't think.
No. And I like the idea. I really like the idea that if you believe in something, it has the, like, your belief has the power to manifest something. And that's the thing, they're not fairies, like fairies, like they are definite, they are something that has been called fairies.
Yeah. So that's how we relate to them. Like, our mythology calls them fairies, so
they have some characteristics of fairies, but they also have some characteristics of gods, like the Morrigan and whatever the lady was.
So I guess it's this whole idea that maybe all supernatural creatures stem from this, and because our belief systems feed into what they are, making, I don't know, they slowly change over time. So like now they're kind of like fairy-esque, and who knows, they might be.
They could be anything.
Yeah.
They're it. Oh, I'm not going there. Oh, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they were pretty interesting. What else did we want to say? Oh, what is the deal with kidnapping children? I know we kind of talked about this before for Poison, but why kids?
From the way I always got it was that children, you know, it's the whole innocence thing. Like, they're pure, I guess their energy source is pure, and I guess in the case of the lady, the terror they feel when, you know, she noms them is so overwhelming. Like, she doesn't have to face, like, you know, if she has a teenager, like, say if she was eating Tate. Tate would not... Eating Tate like eating Tate. You are ruining this. You did that to me.
Alright, back to your point about eating children, because I just had to have a laughing fit there.
Sick and twisted bastard.
Shut up, or I'll start laughing again. Alright, so... yes, so children and innocence, yeah, but, I mean, she's not going for innocence, she's going for fear. So she could, I guess, find a way to create fear in a different way. Like, I don't know. She blew up the church at one point. That worked really well in her favor.
Well, I think for, like, with the kids, she's not only creating fear from when she noms the kids, she also, for the parents. Like, because they kind of know what's going on in the town. They don't know exactly what happens, but they know their kid's gone, and they kind of know where their kids went. So there is also that terror that, you know, oh my god, it could be my kid, oh my god, little Jimmy down the street's been taken, it could have been my Mary Sue.
Well, I guess there's also the fact that, like, you have a kid, but you kind of not really sure that it's yours, but you're pretty sure that it's not yours, sort of deal. As much as that makes sense. So that could create terror, but, I mean, there's other ways she could go about it if eating children got a little awkward. So anyways, I just find the whole fairies eating children or taking children really interesting. Because they don't really do anything.
Well, like in Irish mythology, the fairies used to like to take children, and because they loved them because they were so entertaining and adorable. So it was kind of like, you know, they would take a kid and then they would take care of the kid, and then eventually when they got bored with it, they'd do something ungodly to it or send it back home. And
yeah, that's
you
true.
have the fairy-touched people who show up in stories all the time, who are not all there because...
Yeah. So, that was just an interesting point I thought we'd bring up. But I think that's everything.
I think so too. It's a decent book.
There's a few good jokes you could make in there.
Yeah, and it's moving. What I liked about it was moving away from the supernatural romance. Like, Mackie was a supernatural character, but he wasn't at the same time. He still wanted to be a teenage boy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That was nice. It wasn't the fact that, you know, if Tate was attracted to him because he was a fairy, I don't think I would have been as happy with it.
But he just wanted to be normal, and the author didn't describe it as, oh, she really, yeah, exactly, wants to be with a fairy. Because he's awesome and special. No, he's is Mackie, and she's kind of wimpy, but you know, she likes him anyways. So that was nice. That was great. The background characters were really interesting. The dead girls, the cutter.
The cutter was my favorite character in the whole
Yeah, mine too. And she does a really good job of hinting that there's more out there, but she doesn't tell you about it, and that's fine. It's a nice effect, and I mean, she could. If she took that novel and she decided she wanted to make another one, I wouldn't want a sequel, but I would want something still in that world.
Yeah.
Holly Black tends to do that.
Yeah.
And you know what? It would be great. It would be nice. And I'd be really happy with that.
Me too.
So, we recommend you read it. It's good. You may not have the same complaints we do, and we actually liked it. So, we'll see you for our next review, which will be a lot of fun. We promise. All right.
Looking forward to the next one, guys. See you all later.